Hi guys, Brian Rhodes here again. We're going to do something a little different now. The last two I showed you were both spray paint. One of the galaxy with planets, one of a sunset beach scene. This one's not even going to be spray paint. We're switching, totally switching here, and we're going over to acrylics. We're going to do an acrylic flow today. I've got four colors out here. I've got two shades of blue, ultramarine, can't even talk, ultramarine blue, and a lighter blue, of course black, and I've got some pink.
Did you just spit up a hairball?
I think I did. As you'll notice, from my chair, I share this room with our four cats, so I mean, if you see me spit up a hairball, then, you know, it's just going to happen. Alright, first off, whenever you're doing a flow painting, I'm going to tell you about the ratio that you need. Never add more than 50% water to any acrylic paint. If you add more than 50% water, what happens is it will actually break down the acrylic molecules and it will begin flaking and peeling off of your canvas. You never want to go above 50%. Now, what you can do is you can use a medium like this. If you need it a little bit runnier, typically I use Liquitex pouring medium. However, they were out of it. Online they were out of it. I don't know who was buying that pouring medium that day, but needless to say, everywhere was out that I shopped. So I got a gloss medium. It's a little different, but it'll work similar. If you do, make sure you use coupon. This I got at Hobby Lobby, and as you notice, $32. Use the 40% off coupon. Alright, now one way you can tell if your medium is mixed right is I've already did one here, but you just kind of test it out on something and see how it runs. You don't want it running real fast, but you don't want it kind of dragging, and that's about right. That's about the consistency that you want of your flow paintings. That way you know that you'll get a good molecule bond on the canvas. The canvas, I'm going to tell you, this is just cheap economy canvas, actually from Michael's 5-pack. They're actually not too bad a canvas. They are triple gessoed. You always want to make sure, if you're doing your own canvas or you're buying an extra economy canvas, make sure that it's gessoed. Make sure this canvas has been primed, or all that paint is just going to bleed and soak right through it. But this one has been triple gessoed, so we're good to go. Alright, now when doing flow, a lot like the planets with spray paint, it is totally up to you. It does not matter what colors you use, what combination of colors, because whatever you like is all that matters. Well, as you know, I love blue. So we're going to start out, we're going to put a little blue right here. We're going to make a couple of little puddles here and there of my blue. And I'm going to put a little pink inside there. Now you don't always have to put it inside. You put it over here if you want. It really doesn't matter. We're just putting this wherever we want them. Just kind of filling in space. I'm going to use a little lighter blue here. And we'll kind of get going here with this. Now with black, unless you are going for a really dark theme, you don't want to overpower with the black, or it can overpower a lot of your colors. Now black does work very well with lighter blues and with pinks. Now, what you want to do now, once you get some paint on, there's a lot of different methods you can use. You can use a hair dryer. You can I like to pick it up, tilt the canvas, and kind of move the canvas around. You'll notice that I've got an old board underneath this. Be careful where you do this, or you're going to have a mess. It's going to be all over your hands, is going to be all over everything. You just want to try to get it to the edges here. Work it around, and as you'll notice, we're starting to get some pattern on this canvas. And you just keep working it around. Pour it down there. Now we're going to turn this so you can see. We're going to get it going down this way now. And you can kind of use your finger to fill in places if you want. Speed the process up. It's alright. As you can see, we're just going to cover up the painting a little bit here. Get a little bit here. We missed some here. Now we'll turn it back this way. Cover this up a little more here on the edges. Okay. If you get any bubbles, go ahead and pop your bubbles or you're going to run into problems later on with your flow. Any of these bigger bubbles you see, just kind of pop them. Alright, now, well, we got a little bit right here. Okay. As you can tell, this gets messy.
A lot of fun, but messy.
Yeah. Now this isn't spray paint, so you don't need to wear rubber gloves or latex gloves. You can if you want. They're not too bad. They're a little pricey, you know. So that's why I keep paper towel over here. Just grab some paper towel. Wipe off your hands. This is acrylic, so it's going to be, you're going to get messy quite a few times. Now, we can call this done, or we can do a little more with it. I think we can do a little more with it. So, I'm going to show you another trick. I'm just going to grab any old brush. I'm going to take this edge of my brush here and I'm going to drag it through my paint like this, and I'm going to create some effects in this flow. As you see, as I'm sure you've seen with my spatial tentacles painting, this is how I created the tentacles. You just drag your brush through it and you can create some wonderful effects here. How much you drag, how many effects you create is totally up to you. I just kind of create some design. You know, maybe you want to put like some little paisleys in there or something. It's totally up to you. And if you're not happy with that, just drag right over the top of it. It doesn't matter. And we'll put one here. And we'll go right here. And one right here. One here. And, oh, let's put one little one right here. And then I think I like that. I think that looks pretty good. So we're going to leave that. Go ahead and call that done. Now, of course, I would normally be signing it at this time, but it's going to do absolutely no good because the paint is still very malleable, very fluid. Any signature I put on here is just going to come over and go right over it. So, that's why you buy these. You can pick these up at Walmart, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, anywhere you want. These are paint pens. You can get fine, medium, heavy tip. I like fine tips. I've got different colors: silver, white, pink, gray, blue for what, depending on whatever color picture I got. I'll probably use blue for this one when it's dry, and it will take about 2 to 3 days to dry. You take your paint pen and then you just sign your name to it and you're done. So we'll go ahead and call that finished. I'll let my wife, did you get a good view of it?
Yeah, we'll get
Go ahead
another
and
one.
get another quick view of it. And that's how you do acrylic flow. You can really create some beautiful pieces of work. And it's all, your only limitation is your own imagination. So remember that. You can do as much as you want, as little as you want, doesn't matter. And if you're not happy with your end product, it's no big deal. You paint over that, you start over. It's no big deal. It's acrylic, it's very forgiving. It's a wonderful paint to work with. So as always, if you like my tutorials, remember, click on my little goofy mug down there. That's how you subscribe. Click on the like button. If you have any questions, any comments, post those down below. I'll try to answer as many as I can. If you have any suggestions for what you want to see in the future, put that down below too. And I'll try to incorporate that maybe into my next video. Anyway, until next time, have a good one. Go out and create your masterpieces. And remember, your only limitation is your imagination. Thank you.